Right, I'm using the mic again based upon the fact that it was a bit windy earlier. It doesn't seem to be that windy now, so that's cool. Right, I realised something that was a bit, yeah, okay. So basically, the 4 worst things that could have happened. Well, no, the 3 worst things that could have happened. Because Tuesday wasn't really one of those, that's the point. Yeah. Wasn't this week the 3 worst things, 3 worst nightmares have happened. But so far now, the 3 worst nightmares that I've had, that I could have happened. Yeah. Now I thought, when I was getting out of the car, that maybe God's done this because I was worried about those things and He's shown me I didn't need to worry. No, I wasn't worried about them. I was not worried about them at all. No, not at all. I wasn't worried about giving my heart to someone based upon the fact I was trusting God. I was thinking, this is a loving God. He's going to lead me and guide me. He's not going to let me fall into what I fell into, 2 years ago when we first got into COVID. He's not going to be falling into that again, is He? Wrong. Yeah, He did. He did. That's what came to the last one. Knowing that, I'm in a position right now where I don't trust God. I can't trust Him. Because when I trusted Him, He let me down again. In the same area, again. So how can I ever hope for that sort of relationship with anyone? Because I know what I'm going to be fearing now. I get into that situation, now God has put that fear in me. God has done that. He's put that fear in me twice now. Twice I've been in that situation. Twice God should have told me, could have told me, but didn't tell me. Should have, could have, easily, but didn't. It's like, right, well, there you go. How am I going to trust that He's not going to do the same again? How am I going to trust that it's not going to be a third time? That if someone shows interest in me, even if it's done differently, someone else showing interest in me, I've got to say, sorry. Whenever I've been let my heart go, giving my heart to someone, or thinking that the person might be the right one, God knows it isn't, it won't tell me. So okay, I can commit myself to you. And a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months later, God's going to say, wrong. This person isn't for you. Sorry, oopsie daisy. I should have told you, shouldn't I, really? Yeah. That was another nightmare, of course it was. That was another situation which would be a nightmare to be in. Because as a child of God, you're going to be able to trust in God. You have to be able to walk in that way. So, yeah. That is the situation, isn't it, really? Yeah. There's people coming, so I'm just going to pause it and walk past them, okay? Think about it this way. Why wouldn't I trust God for this? Why wouldn't I? Think about what was happening at the time. Yeah? God had basically prepared me for the dogs to be taken. He knew they'd be seized. He prepared me for it. He was showing love in that situation, right? Okay. Now, then I went up to LL the first time. Then the following... That's a blinking good point. 2 days afterwards, I went to his church for the first time. She didn't sit next to me. Next week she did. Next Friday, I went back to LL. So on that next Friday, I had mentioned to the people that I was speaking to, supposedly counselling sort of thing. Not sure what it was really, but yeah. Okay, here's what it was. So I said, it's possible that I've met the person, that I've met her, the one that I've been waiting for years. It's possible. I think that's what I said to him, it's possible. Well, because 5 days earlier she had sat next to me, I'd seen her character, it was beautiful, it was gorgeous, and it was. Put it this way, indoors earlier I was thinking, next week, do I say something to her about the fact that was missing on Sunday? Should I say something, are you back? Should I ask the question, are you back? And then explain that are you back means, that I saw in her that day, is that back yet? Because that was there, I saw it. And yet on Sunday it wasn't there. So as I say, what's going on with her, I don't know. I don't need to know. I don't want to know. I just, I'm asking God to deal with it, to help her to deal with it. Simple as that. Lord, help her. Father, this is your child. She sees herself, she said she's your daughter. So help her, Father, I pray. Bless her. Bless her mightily. Help her. Help her to get back to that nature that is so beautiful that she has. That gorgeous, 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 gorgeous nature. Help her to get back to that, Lord. I mean, she was full of joy. She was at peace. She was happy. I could see the smile lines around her eyes. She'd been smiling a lot. Yesterday, none of it. None of that was there. Didn't see any of it at all. Lord, bless her. Bless her mightily. I pray this in your name, Yahweh, and I praise your glory. Amen. Look, the reality is, I trusted God because God was doing that stuff in me. Because then on that Friday that I told these people that she might be the one, God said to me when I sat down for the evening thing, God said, you're ready. I'd just been speaking about the fact that I might have found the one. I'd only said that earlier in the afternoon. God said, you're ready. For what? Am I ready to step into ministry? Clearly not, because that hasn't happened. This was like 4 weeks ago, over 4 weeks ago. Well, no, about 4 weeks ago. I'm not stepped into ministry, so clearly it wasn't talking about that. What else am I supposed to be ready for? I keep on asking God, what am I supposed to be ready for? What? Oh, of course, I'm ready for you to basically, put me in those nightmares 2 and 3. You've done number 1. Now I'm ready for you to do 2 and 3. Was I supposed to expect that? Is that what I was supposed to expect from your ready? What was it reasonable for me to expect? In that the thing that I've been waiting for all those bloody years, the thing that I thought I wasn't ready for, the thing that I constantly gone to God and said, well, okay, obviously I'm not ready for that yet. Working me to deal with the stuff to help me be ready for that. Then God says, you're ready. So I'm trusting in him. So I'm saying at any point in time, he could have said, no, I'm sorry, you're wrong, she's married. She's not yours. She's not the one for you. She's the one for someone else that she's already with. God could easily have said that, but he didn't. So, again, my question has to be to God again. Why not? Look, the reality is, as soon as God answers that question, why not? Why didn't you tell me earlier? I can trust him again because I understand why he didn't. At the moment, he's not telling me anything. At the moment, he's not telling me that. So if he's not telling me that, okay. What can I do? Where can I go with this now? It's the situation it is. I've got the wrong shoes on. Oh well. No worries. It's fairly dry. Doesn't matter too much. I fell off the bed earlier. Well, some of the shoes that the doggies were tearing apart, my winter boots. I thought, right, I'll stick them up on the shelf. I noticed they're a bit dirty, so I thought, get them down. And so I just had a kip, waking up, thought, okay, I better get these down. So I sort of stood up on the bed, or kneeled on the bed, got them down. Just trying to turn around, didn't realise I was too close to the edge of the bed, fell off, grazed my ankle. How the bloody hell did you graze your ankle? Fall off the bloody bed, you donut. Oh well. So I thought, right, I've got to clean the ankle, I've got to clean the wound, because I'm going to have a shower in a minute. So therefore, I've got to make sure it's not going out in the shower. So I got that 80% alcohol stuff. So I use that. Did that sting? Bloody hell, did that sting? Oh, ouch, ouch, ouch. Yes, it stung. But It's cleaned it, so therefore it should be fine. Oh, there you go. Yeah. I'm supposed to be a warrior, so therefore, I tell you, stick me in a proper battle. You know, the first thing that hits me, ow! How bloody dare you? I'm going home now. I didn't know they'd be throwing things at me. I'm going home. That hurt. So, in reality, not much of a warrior, really. Yeah. But again, as look, I said in the one earlier, and it is true, I've had to get up again and start again. And it's like, oh, Lord, come on. Lord, if you're going to throw something else at me, please just do it now. Please just do it now. If there's another bloody nightmare that I don't know about, please just throw it at me now. Get it over and done with. Yeah, rather than me recover a bit and then boom, again. Yeah, can we just get through this now, please? Yeah, so I can just say, okay, let's add it to this. I can get over it a bit quicker, can't I? You know, I can recover a bit quicker. So, Jesus, Lord. Doggies, right? Then on Tuesday, me focusing on the problem because the pastor decided to put a trick question in there to show what, God knows what he was trying to bloody do. No idea. It's what Peter Williams used to do as a way of trying to prove how clever he was. You know, try to joy rob other people. That joy robbing was the point. It wasn't really trying to prove how clever he was. His way of deflecting his own pain, wasn't it? So, yeah. So, it was that on Tuesday, and then Thursday, she's married, or she's possibly married, so big boom there. Massive bang there. And then what do I get? Patience. What am I supposed to believe with patience? Again, I'm wanting answers. And what I get is patience. Am I expecting any answers at all on Sunday? Nope. So on Sunday when I go to church, wasn't expecting anything at all. But she's now in front of me. And I don't even recognise her. Because something's going on with her where she's not the person that she was when she was standing next to me. And that was hard. I knew it was possibly her, but yeah. But basically, when she was first standing in front of me, she turned around and said hi. Did she turn around and say hi, then use my name, say how are you, long time no see, how you keeping, blah blah blah. Nope, just hi. Yeah. So what I'm expected? She stood next to me. We prayed for a friend. She took down the channel number. She gave me her testimony. Come on, for goodness sake, we should be past hi, really. Even as Christian brothers and sisters, we should be past hi. Who else in that church have I heard their testimony? Who else have I prayed with? You know. So partly why I didn't recognise her is because I would expected, after we prayed for someone, you shared your bloody testimony, that we'd be a bit past high, really. Yeah. Yeah, look, is it a good thing I found out? Yeah, of course it is, yes, of course it bloody is. I just wish I'd found out weeks beforehand. I don't see the benefit. I don't. Look, I see the fact that, yeah, in that 4 weeks, I was the happiest I've ever been. But it was fake. It wasn't real. So, was that necessary? Because the come down was far harder because of the fact it lasted for 4 weeks. Because I rose up in happiness so high. The splat was so much harder. That could have been a lot more gentle had it been like a week or even a couple of days. Yeah, God's saying, no, sorry, it's not her. Yeah? There was me thinking, why was I sending bloody videos? The week after she stood next to me, she went with the friend that we prayed for, she stood with them. Then she did the children's ministry. She didn't come out of there, so I left afterwards. She didn't come out. I waited for her for a second to say hello to her. She didn't come out, so I left. Next week, we had the picnicky with the baptism. She was there for that. Again, she was further forward. And she left immediately after the baptism. So I didn't see her in the picnic. She ran out of the bloody church. So to me, it's like, okay, Lord, you're making sure that we don't see each other because we're not supposed to start this relationship yet. What the else am I supposed to think? Really? There's me trusting in God in this, and it's like, Lord, come on. Everything is happening as if this is you, and if it's you keeping us apart, right? Of course, I don't know her. I don't know whether normally after the service she runs out. I have no idea. She did on Sunday. So maybe it's a pattern. Maybe it's what she does. Yeah. Put it this way, that's good. It's good because there's no way, shape or form I'm going to get to know this woman if she doesn't stay around after the service. At the moment, there's no house groups or anything like that, so there's no way, shape or form I can get to know her. Kushti. Right, there you go. Good. Okay. That makes it easier to let it go. It does. Yeah, if I can't, put it this way, if I get to know her, if I know she's having problems, then, look. Sorry, I just tapped the mic. Okay. In the last couple of days, how many times have I prayed for this woman? Sunday? Probably 7 or 8 times a day, at least 5 times. Because I know she's going through stuff. Because I care about her. Yeah? Should I? Yeah, she's a sister anyway. So of course I should. It's like the other people there. Would I pray for them if I... Yeah. Yeah, I prayed for Bernadette with her ears. I don't know what the answer is for that, because with so many people praying for her already, I have no bloody idea. Really. I don't know. I mean, the thing with her is she needs to stop asking people to pray for her. I mean, that's the only way forward right now. She needs to stop asking people to pray for her. Because if it ain't working, then just take a break from that for a while. You know, seek God as towards what's happening with her ears, and then re-attack it at a later stage. You know, once all of the, why is it people are praying for me and it's not happening? Once all that's dissipated a bit, then go for it again. Lord, I pray you'll guide her to make that happen, please. If that's the wise move, then help her to do that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I care for all the people there. So would I pray for them if I knew they were in trouble? Yeah. Of course I would. Will I pray for them as much? No. No, because... Look. Okay, as I've said, did I know this woman? No, not at all. Not in any way, shape or form. I knew part of her character. Gorgeous part of her character. I saw that. That's all I saw. That's all I knew about her. But I fell in love with that. Right? But that's still her. To a certain degree, I fell in love with how I felt God saw her. And the potential. Her potential. Who she could be in God. Yeah. Yeah. But that wasn't her. Not right now. That's not who she is right now. That's who she... Put it this way. That doesn't mean I know her personality. It doesn't mean I know her life. It doesn't mean I know what she's going through right now. It doesn't mean I know what her dreams are, what her passions are, anything like that, because I don't know any of that. But because of what I know, it still means I care about her, even though... Well, I care about her more than I would other people. But it's not love for her, because I don't know her. You know, I'm not sure if I'm explaining this well. It's confusing to me, to be honest. So, yeah. But as I say, the fact that there's no house groups, I was going to try and challenge the church on that at some point. I was seeking God as to whether I should. Yeah, maybe not. For my own benefit, maybe not actually. Yeah. Well, I imagine that if she is in the same town as me, lives in the same town as me, she'll probably be in the same house group. She'll probably end up in the same house group as me, if there were going to be house groups again. So probably a good idea not to do anything with regards to that right now, because that would be a horrible situation to be in. Okay, I'm going to seek God as to whether he wants me to say anything, because I don't have to go to the house group. They need to. I don't have to. Not right now. I can stay away from it. And so, yeah, I think I will. Well, put it this way. Yeah, I would until, you know, I don't know. Well, what I'm saying is, I don't know how long this is going to take. I've got no idea at all. How long is it going to take for me to get past this? I'm even dreading tomorrow if I get involved in this Bible study thing, because she could be there. Well, she could be online. Although it's easy enough to avoid, I can just scroll past her and I don't have to see. Yeah. You can scroll past to other people. You just have them in the background rather than her in the background, which would be easier. Yeah. Although, to be completely honest, it doesn't matter. No, because again, it's her. It's that nature. At the moment, she's not even showing that nature. When it would be tricky is if she was showing that nature again. I want her to show that nature, but I don't want to see it. I want her to have it, but I don't want to see it. I hope this is understandable. I really want her to have that again, because it's a beautiful part of her. And she was happy. She didn't seem happy on Sunday. Not happy. She seemed okay, but not happy. So I want her to have that joy again. That peace again. That she had then. Because that was beautiful. And it would have been beautiful for her to have that. So Lord, help her to have that. Just help me not to see it too much. Or at least until I've, until it's not going to be a problem for me to see that. Yeah. 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 That's it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the only thing difficult about seeing her on Sunday was the fact that I didn't recognise her. And I felt bad about the fact that she's not the same person. There's something missing from her. And that was hard. But, yeah. Yeah. That's up to God to put back. It's up to God to help her to realise what it is. And it's up to God to help her to put that back. Well, basically, I've set the bar higher. Well, put it this way, I thought the bar was set bloody high based upon the fact I put a lot of stuff down, including location of birth. It's like, well, if that gets bloody ticked, well then that's got to be God, based upon the fact that, even if I stayed in England, somebody born in Wales, in England, with that sort of nature, where she would challenge me, Yeah. I've been a Christian, well, at the time I wrote it down, I've been a Christian for, about 15 years, sort of say 15 years, about that? Well, around about that sort of time. Hadn't met any female like that at all. Not any. So when I wrote that down, that was putting the bar bloody high. Putting location of birth again. For that to be met, it's like, whoa. Then when I moved to Scotland, it's like, well, the chances that that's going to be met is bloody slim, isn't it, really? They're really slim. Especially a little town in Scotland. Yeah. And yet, there you go. met by someone who's married. Okay. Yeah. I mean, put it this way, if God ever wanted to F with me, there you go, done. I couldn't see a better way of doing that, really. Give me something to write down years ago. You know, give me a description of a woman that I'd meet in years to come. A very, very good, fairly close description, actually. And bang. There you go. Oh, by the way, she's married. Really? Really? Yeah. Yeah, that's not good. I don't think that's good in any way, shape or form. Yeah. Where that comes from, I don't know. What happened with that and why that happened, I don't know. As I say, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's confusing. I mean, if it had just been a few details and I jumped at a ton of stuff, yeah, I'd understand that. But it was too many details. There was too much. There was just too much. It was just too close. And it's like, how the bloody hell does that happen? Yeah. Well, especially how the bloody hell does that happen where I move to Scotland and I'm homeless, so I go into homeless accommodation. God then tells me that I've been struggling or fighting depression since childhood, so depression comes in fully and it's a fucking nightmare of a situation to deal with. 2 bloody years I'm trying to deal with this bloody thing, and it's got me on the floor all the time. It's crushed me. Every time I get up, I get knocked down again. Right? Then I move into the place I'm in because the council and everything else forced me to move there. Forced me to bloody well move there. There was a place I was looking at in Nan, which would have been a 2-bedroom flat, which I could have got dogs in. So I could have got the same bloody dogs, but been in a 2-bedroom place with a garden, back garden, front garden, in a much more beautiful town. But no. The council said, no, we can't pay the deposit for that. But they paid the deposit for the absolute crappy place that I'm in. Right? But they basically said, I either go in there or I'm homeless again. Yeah, but they won't provide me anywhere. So I had no choice but to go into this place I'm in. Right, I'm in there for 7 bloody years. Just as God starts to work in me, I go to this church, meet this woman. Sorry, vehicle. Sorry. I'm just expressing it, so, yeah. Don't tell that person. Meet this woman. As God is working in me, so as my expectations in God are actually there, never been there. For that, all that bloody time, that 7 years I was there, never been there. I haven't inquired about that church. Before COVID. I think when the people there now first took over it. I listened to one of the sermons, but I realised the pastor basically had a chance to take it into something which would have been challenging, but would have helped people, but no, he took the safe road. And as soon as I saw that, right, not going there. I could have gone there then, I could have met her then, when I had no expectation of God at all, when God wasn't doing anything in my life whatsoever. Nothing at all. You see what I mean about the confusion? The timing is shit. The timing is the worst timing of all, because any other bloody time, I would not have believed in any way, shape or form that God would do that. Whether she's single, whether she was, the one single woman in the world and I was the one single man in the world, I still wouldn't have believed that God would have done that. She's a beautiful woman. She's way out of my bloody league. So why would I believe that God would have done that? Especially as God was doing nothing in my life at the time. I wasn't in a position for him to do anything in my life at the time. So therefore, he took my dogs away. Right, started building my heart. Then I meet this bloody woman. Sorry again. Oh, sorry again. Sorry again. Sorry again. Sorry again. Sorry again. Sorry again. Then I meet this woman who I wrote down all those years earlier. Right. It's bloody insane. When you look at it from that point of view, how was I not supposed to believe that she was the one? How was I not supposed to believe that she was the one? It's just insane. Oh. It's just insane. You know? Everything, every bloody thing. Had it been a year earlier, there would be no way, shape or form I would have looked at her. No way, shape or form. No way, shape or form I would have considered that she was the one. No way, shape or form. I was not in anywhere near the right position. I didn't love myself, so why would I think that she could possibly love me? In any way, shape or form. Even when I went to a church and she come next to me, I'd only just started to accept myself as a reasonably decent human being. Someone that could be loved. Only just. Right? A year earlier, I was nowhere near that. But if you listen to my videos around that time, I was thinking, why on earth would she look at me? Right? But the hope was still there, just there. And then who fanned the flames? It felt like God doing so. Oh. Jeez. Yeah. Yep. This is why this is so difficult to get past. So bloody difficult to get past. Had it just been a situation where it happened any other time, it would have been so much easier to get past. I've been like, yeah, of course, you're a bloody idiot. Why did you think she'd like you? Blah, blah, blah. But this is a time when God is doing stuff and blessing me. So why would I not think he might be doing that? Especially when I meet the woman that ticks all the bloody boxes, including where she was bloody born. Right? What's the chance that how many people in this town here were born in Wales? Not many. How many of them go to a church? Not many. How many of them go to the church I go to? One. There was other churches I could have gone to. But that was the one recommended me by LL. Yeah. She could have come over to speak to me. She could have come over to say hello and sit next to me. You know, instead of then, this Sunday I wouldn't have noticed that character. She obviously came over on the one bloody day when she was shining brighter than she's probably ever shone. Ah. Is that a possibility? Yeah. I'm going to have to speak to someone else about this because this is just, oh. Everything, it just was absolutely and totally pointing to her being the one. There was a tiny doubt in my mind only because there was nothing coming from her at all. But again, I understood that from a Christian point of view. Because from a Christian point of view, if you're doing things God's way, you don't want to move things too quickly. You want to do things right according to God, and therefore you move when God says move. I understand that. That made complete bloody sense. Because it does. If that's the case with every other thing in your walk of life as a Christian, why not in that area? Oh well. Anyway, I'm going to go now. You take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.